Hello and welcome. In this video, we are discussing about how generative AI works. So, to understand how generative AI works, we first have to understand how it comes to life. And you are looking at the news and ChatGPT and Midjourney and all this generative. So, what is generative and what is AI? It is so complicated. You have no idea how to make sense of it all. But you know you need to because it is where the world is evolving towards. So let us start with AI and imagine you and me were having dinner and you asked me to pass you the salt. So I look at the table and I can make a discriminant between a salt and the rest of the objects on the table. Why? Because my mind has been trained with thousands or millions or trillions of salt shakers earlier. So AI works the same. You feed it with thousands, millions, and trillions of content, and then you teach a certain algorithm to generate outputs and solutions as a result. Okay, now we got AI 101. So let us get into generative AI 101. So let us use cars as an example. Just like a Porsche has a different engine than a Mazda under the umbrella term of generative AI. There are a variety of different generative AI models. And these AI models or car engines are written and manufactured by groups of highly advanced computer vision specialists, machine learning experts, and mathematicians. And they are built on years of open source machine learning research and generally funded by companies and universities. So some of the big players in writing these generative AI models engines are OpenAI, Nvidia, Google, Meta, and universities like UC Berkeley and LMU Munich. So they can either keep these models private or they can make them public, what we call this open source, for those to benefit from their research. So now that these complex generative models are written, meaning the engines are made, what are we going to do with them? So depending on your technical level of technical expertise, this can look a bit different. And first I am going to paint a picture for you with three different end users of these models. So the first person is a business leader who comes up with a product idea that involves a generative AI model or several. So for the development of their tool, this business leader either uses free open source generative AI models or enters into a partnership with a corporation to get the rights to their generative AI model. Then their team creates their vision, and to continue, let's say this person owns the car factory. So they direct where the engine and chassis go, but don't actually work on the floor. The second person is a creative person with an appetite for adventure. So they might have some technical knowledge, but they aren't an AI engineer. And I mean they can be if they want. So this person goes to a car engine showroom where they pick up a pre-made car engine or a generative AI model from a repository like GitHub and Hugging Face. and after that they do a chassis manufacturer to pick their empty shell for their new engine, their precise new engine. And these chassis are called AI notebooks, and their purpose is to hold and run the generative AI model code. The most widely used one is Google Colab, but there are others like Jupyter notebooks, and the third person would be some other, and she has absolutely no technical pedigree and not interested in acquiring one. So this doesn't mean he cannot benefit from generative AI. He would be buying the already made car, and he will have less control over the outcome of the car. But he will be able to drive just like the business leader and creative technologies. So people with no technical knowledge can simply subscribe to an online service like OpenAI's ChatGPT or DALL-E, or download Discord and play with Midjourney, or download Lens AI and Avatar Maker in their smartphone to play with the magic of generative AI. Well, this all depends on what you do and what you want to build and how much technical expertise you already have. So now that we have our car, our generative AI model, we can now start creating our own content and go for a drive. So this was a brief discussion on how generative AI works. Thanks for watching this video. Bye for now.